All right. So what was I even talking about before I even digressed? So that's by the way. Um, so offer ideas to people. All right, offer ideas to people. Offer ideas to people. That is one way that you can be of value. Offer ideas. Offer suggestions. Ideas. Be meek in offering your suggestion. Many of you guys, I never call for now. I'm getting for you. I'm getting ready. I'm getting ready. The last 10 years was nothing. I'm getting ready because because a certain group of persons just came into my mind right now. Young, young consultants. Somebody is 21 years old and is a life coach. Somebody has not operated a business. He has not operated a business in his entire life. He has never crossed 1 million naira in his entire life. He has not even seen 5 million or 10 million in his entire life. And he's saying he's a consultant. As a young person, there are certain things that people should just keep aside as pride. Go and work on yourself. Go and build yourself. It's okay. It's all right to have those things, but I don't think those things are for now when you are still building. Have results, first of all. Have results, first of all. Because in my network, I see a lot of young people, consultant, what do you know because, see, I'm not speaking because I'm trying to be very careful, because in this, our country, a lot of us, we are not analytical. We are very emotional. Emotional. The moment you have an emotional flex with, nobody won't hear again. But let me tell you where this point is coming from. I have a mentor. One of my mentors, I won't mention his name, but he's a well-known, renowned speaker in this Nigeria. He's a well-known, renowned speaker. He's in the class of Leke Older, um, 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 Sowere, and a whole lot of other big shows. He's that person. All right. One day he called me when he came to Port Harcourt. He said, Golden, this was about 4 or 5 years ago. He said, Golden, where are you? I said, I'm in town. He said, come and meet me somewhere. He was invited to speak at a very big gala. He was a major speaker. And he spoke properly. And I came to meet him. I was already seated down there. At the end of the whole thing, I met him and said, sir, I am here now. Because he told me to come to see him at the event. So that day I met him. I love him so much. I respect him so much. And for the very first time, he told me to get into his car. I haven't seen his car before, boy. His car was something else, something like all these Cadillac kind of vehicles was just good. And this was just after the events, after the cheering, after the clapping, after and the standing ovation, after all of those things. He walked out to the garage where he parked his car, and he told me to get. I was wanting money, but he wasn't feeling too excited. He was like, you know what? That he's not really very happy. That if he had known, this was what he told me, that if he had known, he would have. He said you are even lucky. He told me that Golden, you're even lucky that you are building a company, build Golden Construction Company. That you're building a company. So if he had known, he would have built a company. He would have put all his effort into establishing a company. He said in his words, he said, nobody now wants to hear what you have to say if they cannot see your results. And he started mentioning some names. He said, look at Leke Order and the rest of them. I don't base in Lagos, so I base in Port Harcourt. So, except for the internet, we get to see some unique stuff happening in Lagos. All right. So, as of then, I didn't know who Leke Order was. So, he was like, look at Leke Order and say, many of these people, they have businesses. And because their businesses is making progress, when you look at those businesses, you can say, okay, I want this man to come and consult for my company. Because you cannot tell that this person has track record. But he doesn't have any of that. And now he's affecting his livelihood because his business was built only around consultation, primarily, majorly around consultation. All right. And now the world is pivoting. The world is shifting. People want to see a result. People want to say, okay, he's a consultant and 3 years, 10 years in this one, 15 years. Okay, what else? What else? So for you guys who are young consultants, all right, who love to give consultancy, very proud folks, very proud folks. I've never seen a young consultant who is meek, who is humble. I've never seen. Very proud. They walk around like they know everything. They talk to you like they know because I was about talking about sharing ideas. They walk around like they know everything. They come into your business. Okay, what are we doing? You cannot see weakness. Weakness, humility is something that our generation lacks. Humility. My friend, bring your shoulder down, my friend. You don't even have staffs. You never pay anybody a salary. Come down. What's the problem? Why are you? See this. And I don't. Okay, yes, sir. See, be humble. Be humble. Be humble. Let me tell you something about me. I was a proud motherfucker. I was a proud, very proud, arrogant motherfucker. And there are two things I was very proud and arrogant. Well, some 8, 10 years ago. And there are two things I discovered that are the reason behind a lot of pride. First of all, number one, knowledge. And number two, accomplishment. These two things I've discovered that these are the major backbone of pride, knowledge, and achievement. You understand? I was well read. I was well studied. I was well read. I was well studied. I've been invited to speak at some gatherings and events, and people are like, "Oh boy, I love the way you speak. I love the way. How do you know this thing?" There's hardly an industry. There's hardly an industry in life that I don't have a clue or I can't say something about. Science, tech, even in tech, lots of things. Yes, I'm well studied and well read. So this was not even now. This was about 10 years ago. So you can minus 10 years from my life and see how I was then. I was quite younger, but I was well read. I was a poly. I was a polyglot. I was speaking about 6, 7 languages. Then Spanish. I was speaking Dutch. That's German. All right. Dutchland. I was speaking some foreign language, but I don't forget everything now. So I was pride because when I was interacting with my fellow young people, many of them were not up to my standard when it comes to IQ and performance. So that made me puffed up. I was that kid in school who was right. So that made me puffed up. It makes but and people are like, I just gotta get pride, just gotta get arrogant. And there's something I had in me, which I've always have. It's always having a listening ear. Once one person complains something, second person complains something about you. Don't be defending. No, go and work on yourself. Go to your closet, pray about it that God re-engineers your being, that you become a totally different person, and work to ensure that you don't have those qualities anymore. Don't say, and no, 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 please go and work on yourself because that was what I did. And when I started, and I don't even know anything then. I didn't know anything. I think it was Aristotle who said something that he knows. The reason why he knows that he knows nothing. All right. So when I started giving myself to training and mentorship, then I realized how far behind I was. As of then, I realized how far behind I was, and it helped me to calm down. Understand? Because that thing you're about to pass, that euphoria moment you are having, that spark of destiny, that spark of knowledge, that spark of Rema revolution, that spark of idea, that spark of creativity, that spark of vision, that spark of purpose. Maybe you will first catch up. We don't plenty way catch up. Some don't catch am 10 years ago. Don't carry yourself like you're the bring yourself down. All right. Even if you have knowledge, bring yourself down. It was Jesus Christ who said something. He said a word of wisdom. In fact, we need to have a book, a proverb of Jesus Christ. Wisdom of Jesus Christ. Because Jesus Christ said something that when you have been invited to an occasion, don't go and take the highest seat. Say, yes, yes, I'm they know me here. These are my people. Don't go and take the highest seats. Say, go and sit at the lowest possible position. So that if there be somebody higher than you, they won't tell you, say, oh boy, come down there, and you have shame and dishonor. But allow people to honor you. Sir, what are you doing here? Oh, please come and sit here. This is your place for you. So please, if you're a young person, a member of the Young Leaders Foundation Club, one of the leaders who are working with me as one of the board of leaders directorate in Wellness Nation, please have humility. It's important. Have humility, not sycophantic humility. Have humility. Have humility. Have humility. Have humility. Have humility. It is in the wisdom of the Babylonian proverb that says, "The sun that rose on you, that is rising on you right now, was the same sun that rose on your father, your grandfather, your great grandfather." And the wisdom of Solomon in Ecclesiastes states properly that there is nothing new under the sun. Calm down. You are not the first. All right. You are not, if you are humble, you will see that you are even you still have a lot of things to catch. You are way behind. Nobody will tell me it's that from. If they offer you a seat, you will step down. You understand? So please walk in humility. Walk in humility. Walk in humility. All right. So those are my young consultants, my young builders, my young designers. Other set of people that are very proud. Proud. Other set of people that are very proud are my tech bros. My tech bros. Come on now. You are not the first person to have a brilliant idea. Maybe only if you found out. We plenty. Relax. You understand? The fact that you are seeing small lights, You're seeing small attention from people. Relax. You want to show the world everything that's happening in your life on WhatsApp. You want to show us where you've been to, the food you've eaten. Relax. Relax. I know it's your first time, okay? I know it's your first time. I know you're excited because your first time. Relax. Relax. So that's by the way. So when you want to connect to people, offer them ideas. Offer them ideas. That is the language of the wealthy people. Offer them what? Ideas. Offer them really ideas. It is a language of the wealthy people. We will definitely value people who provide ideas.